Hello, this is my money vlog update for the month of November 2021. I haven't really prepared any slides or materials. I'll just be talking a little bit. It is actually already December, but I'm so busy. I have so much to do at the moment at work that I just didn't really have time to make this video earlier. And I'll just say a few words about what I did this month. So at the beginning of November, we had COP26. The conference on climate change, huge event in Glasgow. And I frankly find it baffling that there are people who are not worried about climate change. It's quite a big topic for me. I do think it's very, very important. It's a huge problem. The magnitude of the problem is often underestimated. And I think we should do more. At one stage, Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary of the United States, gave a speech and said that the private market, private investors have to step up and do more to invest in future technologies, green technologies, to help combat climate change. And so I thought that's what I will do this month. I decided to buy an environmentally friendly stock, namely a wind turbine manufacturer called Nordex from Germany. All right, so here's some information on Nordex, the company that I bought this month. Nordex is a European company that designs, sells, and manufactures wind turbines. I bought the stock around here at the beginning of November. I can't remember the exact price, but it had a 13 euro handle, so something like 13.50 euro, I think. And that was a good time to buy. The stock has been up since then, although the long-term trajectory for the stock has been very negative. So we've been falling most recently from a high of about 30 euros down to under 10. And the long-term trajectory for the stock is down rather than up. The company is quite special in my portfolio because it's the first company that doesn't make a profit. They're losing money. So why did I buy the stock anyway? Well, so first of all, I looked at the stock and I think they're a good investment. They make good wind turbines. Their business model seems viable. They have a lot of orders. Their products are popular. And I also looked into the economics of wind versus coal a bit, which was actually really interesting. So I would have prepared some more information, but it would now lead too far afield. But in essence, you could compare a mid-sized coal power plant to a field of about 150 wind turbines, and both have a similar price for the same energy. So wind has actually become quite competitive, and also it should be much, much cheaper in terms of maintenance and demolition when you have to take down these wind turbines again. So I think these wind turbines can compete with coal, and also the sentiment around the stock is very positive. Here are a couple of positive news stories. And also Nordex is supposed to be on the verge of breaking even, making they should soon be in the black again. And then that should be really good for the stock price. And so all in all, the product and the financing all seems promising. Also, Germany now has the Green Party as a part of the governing coalition. And so the new government is quite likely to accelerate investments into renewable energies, and then local companies like Nordex might profit from the change in policy and maybe subsidies. And then lastly, one thing I like about this company is that it actually has a sub-office in the east of Germany. And I kind of like the idea of buying a company that also supports, to some degree, the economy of East Germany. So yeah, my £500 for this month went into the wind turbine manufacturer Nordex. And I'm actually quite happy with that choice. We'll see how it works out. All right, I also want to give a quick summary of other things that happened in November. First of all, the month started out strong. Investors seemed very optimistic. The markets were doing well. On November 3rd, we had the Fed meeting where they announced the tapering, which was highly expected. And they will now taper their asset purchases by $15 billion a month. And they should be finished with this tapering process by June 2022. That's what the market believes, but it was not a big shocker. All of this had been priced in fully. The markets knew exactly what was coming, and so this was not really a market-moving event. And also, as a consequence, gold did not fall. On November 4th, we had the Funko earnings report. It was a very good report, huge earnings beat, and yay, as a consequence, my stock was up 13% that day, which was really very nice. Friday, November 5th, we got the US jobs report, also a very good number, 530,000 versus 490,000 expected. But then something really strange happened. Gold did not fall. You would expect with a report like this that should be bad for gold prices, but actually they rose. Not sure why, perhaps in anticipation of the inflation numbers. Those then came out on November 10th, and it was a big shocker. We have about 6% in the CPI for all items, and that is a 30-year high in the US. So gold was up big time over the next few days. That's, of course, very good for my gold stocks, but it's actually a bit scary. Here in the UK, inflation is about 4%, and in Europe, maybe 5%. And that's just scary. It's very high. It's not very good. I mean, I'm sort of expecting it. That's why I'm investing this way, but it's still overall not a good thing, I think, for people, for society. By that time, I was doing really well. I think my portfolio reached a high of about £16,000 in value, and the losses I've so far incurred shrank by quite a bit. Everything looked really good. But then I think November 24th, 25th, 26th, we got the news of a new COVID variant, Omicron, and that put huge pressure on the markets. They were down a lot. And also because of the high inflation numbers, people now expect even more aggressive monetary policies, that the central banks around the world will tighten quicker and more than has been expected so far. And that has been really bad for stocks in general. We've seen very big sell-offs towards the end of the month. Even Funko, which was doing so well earlier, and also my gold stocks basically had to give up all of their gains, and gold fell back below 1800. So we did not end the month very strong, but nevertheless, my general outlook remains unchanged. I do believe that we will have to expect higher inflation that is here to stay, and that should be good in the long run for my value stocks and gold stocks. Finally, a quick portfolio update. As of December 2nd, 2021, my portfolio has a value of £14,794.80. That's about £500 more than last month. And my performance has improved ever so slightly by 0.5%. I am now down less than 17%. Okay, that's basically all I wanted to say about my investing in the month of November. That's all I have time for. Next month, one last month in 2021, December, I will continue to put some money into the stock market, and I actually have some really good news about this. I got a tax refund. HMRC is giving me £1,500 because apparently I paid too much tax in 2019, 2020. Absolutely brilliant. So I will invest a bit more money than just £500 next month and use this unexpected monetary blessing for some investing. I have no idea what sort of company I will be buying yet, but I'm very much looking forward to it and to seeing how my investments will work out.